Okay. People, I've tried everything I could to not make a rant about this thing. Because honestly, for the most part, it didn't affect me that much. I didn't particularly care about it. But I watch videos on YouTube. I make videos on YouTube. And it's quite clear that what Google has done is basically making me want to go to another video hosting site. We all know what this is I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and rant about the Google Plus integration. Now, as I said, initially I didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. Because I always have my inbox open for when I get, comments. So the fact that comments don't go onto your YouTube inbox anymore didn't bother me at all. I could just simply check on my inbox, as I always do. I didn't see, well, more like I didn't know what Google Plus does. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, sure, I've had a Google Plus account for a while, but that's because Google Plus offered to allow my account name to be changed, which I changed to Tick instead of Tick1115. But I never touched my Google Plus account. Hell, I haven't even touched my Google Plus account. I've only gone to the page like twice, and I haven't really changed anything. Or if I have, well, I sure as hell don't remember it. So I didn't know what Google Plus or its commenting system would do until it showed up on YouTube. Here's the thing. How do I... Okay, Google was not thinking at all when they implemented Google Plus. They did not look at the consequences. They did not do like risk assessments or whatever. They were just like, oh yeah, well we need to fucking put Google Plus on here because Google Plus is not going to take over the world. No, okay, you just Google. I know you're not listening, and even if you are, I'm almost certain that you don't give a fuck because you've got so much money that you don't care because you're just like, oh, well, we're fucking rich. YouTube makes $4 billion a year by itself, okay? But you are everything that is wrong with freedom of expression, freedom of speech and such because you're just like, oh, well, you like the old YouTube system? Well, tough shit, you're gonna get it. You like the old channel, Black Girl? Tough shit, you're gonna get this new one, okay? Every single update you have done has just stifled our creativity, our individualism, and now it is basically, yeah, sure, you've made it more open with the Google Plus comments. You're like, oh yeah, well, now you cannot be anonymous. Well, yes, you fucking can, okay? My name is not Tick, okay? It's Tom Kennedy. That's my name, and you know what? My account and my Google Plus thing don't have me put up as that. So yeah, that whole lack of anomaly thing, yeah, you fucking failed on that one. Secondly, the fact that you can have links now to your videos, okay? For the most part, yeah, sure, I get it that people on YouTube used to just do that. They used to put in links and just did those little sidestep things, but the thing is, if people are trying that fucking hard to get you a link, then it's pretty clear that that link is not smart. I mean, it's like, this is like one of the things when you like removed video responses. I get it. Only like 2% of people who watched the video ever clicked on the video response. However, the fact of the matter is that that's 2% out of how many users? Like 1 billion? So if you do the math there, that's 20 million users use video responses. Sure, that's not a lot compared to the 1 billion users you have, but the fact of the matter is that people, most of the time, they didn't put it up there as a response, they put it up there to link it to something. Okay? I've made several videos called Late Night Gaming. And I normally, or I used to, make video responses to my friend, who also recorded on those exact things. When my friend eventually releases the Stream Team episodes we do, I would have put my Stream Team episodes as a video response, so people can be like, oh, this is what it looked like from his perspective, how about this guy's? What appear to have vanished off your brains, minus your brains yourself, is the fact that you don't seem to think about what the greater people, want, okay? There is a very, very famous saying that even those that don't watch Star Trek know. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. You know what that means? That means that just because a couple of your executives want to try this one thing, no. You should be appealing to your users. I understand wanting to change some things, but forcing us upon us, giving us no say in the matter, and just blatantly ignoring it. The reason why some things die is because they try to force change, and people don't like it. And then they jump ship. Okay? Forcing change upon... Trying to force humans to do something will not work out well. As humans, we enjoy our freedom of expression. We enjoy our freedom of choice. You are withholding our freedom of choice. And... while I hate the Google Plus comment things in its current state, I don't hate it as a whole. I'm not angry about Google Plus's comment integration system being put onto YouTube. I'm angry at how shoddily, how atrociously bad Google implemented it. And how they clearly didn't research. They didn't clearly look through. They didn't clearly think, well, okay, we're going to be changing a comment system on one of the biggest sites on the internet with, that makes us $4 billion a year. Maybe we should see about the risks of allowing people to put comments. The risks of no character limit. Now, my channel has not been affected by the Google Comments thing. It's one of the few occasions where I'm thankful I have a very small channel. Only 100,000 views, coming up to 400 subscribers. It's incredibly small, but you know what? I'm kind of thankful right now that that's the case. Because otherwise, I'd probably have to do what PewDiePie, Total Biscuit, Boogie9, and who else? Was there one, but they're evading me. They have disabled their comments because... people just spam ASCII art, porn links, virus links. There's millions and millions of people, just being like, oh, hey, look at me. I'm Jesus Christ. Oh, look at me. I'm Barack Obama. I'm Adolf Hitler. All that fucking... Google, are you still thinking that the internet is only in, your office? Where if somebody does something immature, you just go up to them and say, no, you can't do that. This is the internet. And you know what? Behind the internet, people are gonna be different. People are gonna deliberately be pricks. Because they're protected by a couple of 100 miles of fiber optic cable and electricity and a monitor. And they're anonymous things. Yeah, as you think about it, I think actually Anonymous should hack Google Plus and hack Google itself. That'd be hilarious. It's overnight too. Oh, but it's going to get me in trouble for that. Whatever, I don't fucking care anymore. You clearly, in no way, shape or form, contemplated the downsides. Or if you did, I'd like to know what crack you were smoking, because I'm pretty sure the good sides do not outweigh the bad. Okay? I mean, it's like, what? Is it like, oh, well, an infinite character limit. Yes, that is a much significant bigger size than the potential spam, links, people putting entire books. Yeah, people putting entire books, okay? I'm almost certain that Google are not going to listen to us. They have never listened to any of the changes that they've made on YouTube. People said, oh, with the channel changes, the one channel banner. It's like, oh, well, we don't want this because, well, it's stifling our individualism. All our channels are going to look the same as a little small banner at the top of our channel. A lot of people expressed that. Google didn't give a shit, and they rolled it out anyway. Many of us were perfectly fine with the current YouTube system. Google didn't care. They implemented the Google Plus thing. Many of us have expressed our hatred of the Google Plus system. Google are quite frankly probably never going to revert on that. And instead they're going to be like, oh, well, we'll make these changes. And you know what? The comment system is going to be a shell of its former self. The comment system is still going to be awash with spam and impersonators and all that stuff. We are seeing YouTube slowly get destroyed by Google's advancements on a system that had its flaws, yeah, sure, but they worked. I mean, I for one was kind of actually happy when they moved the description thing from the right-hand side of the screen to the bottom side, but after all that, YouTube has become more and more flawed. With each passing day, it becomes more and more flawed. They changed its search options, so now when you search for a video, it will most of the time look for the most popular one. So, you better give up with that amnesia playthrough you're doing, because it'll search for the most popular, so it'll always go to PewDiePie's, for example. It just means that smaller channels like mine, we're going to have a much harder time. I mean, yeah, sure, they've added that ad finder, but there's no guarantee that's going to work. Hell, I barely believe the trailers work. I'm not a person that likes to whore myself out either, and yet they're just making it, oh yeah, sure, here, whore yourself out, whore yourself out, whore yourself out. I don't want to do that. Okay? I'm not going to get on my hands and knees and tell people to subscribe to me. If they want to see my videos, I shouldn't have to make a video dedicated to convincing them. Google, I get what you're trying to do. I know what you want to do. But it's not working. And forcing it upon us, I mean, just because you run like a small test inside your office and everyone in the office is just fine. Well, yeah, sure, because they're still getting paid a shit ton of money either way. If you want to implement change, then you have to listen to what the consumer wants. Because all humans have a certain threshold of patience before they do something. Many of us have quite a bit of patience. But I'm almost certain at the same time, many of us are wearing thin on that patience. And I'm almost certain that if you keep pushing us like this, people are going to jump ship to other video-related softwares like Blip. Or somebody's going to create a website similar to YouTube, similar to the old YouTube, And you know what? There's going to be a completely massive flood of people going to that new YouTube. Or that new old YouTube. You have to listen to what we say. It's all good that you want to try something. But if that's the case, give us the option to opt in, opt out. Ask for our feedback. Figure out if it's really going to be worth it. As I said, I have no problem with the Google Plus comment system as a whole. I just have an issue with Google's lack of basically foresight in the system put on YouTube. You're putting a system that allowed you to post links, have a limited character limit, on the biggest free video hosting website on the internet. Putting it without any regulations, without any limits, is just... Another thing I'll point out as well, that is severely flawed with the Google system. What was wrong with just making the top rated comments being the ones that were actually fucking top rated? You know? Not the ones that were replied to the most. As Boogie9 said, he gets threats about being fat and telling him to kill himself, and you know what? Those are the top comments. They're not the top comments because they're thumbed up. They're the top comments because people reply to them. And that's how your system works. Basically, your system, your Google Plus system, is pro-troll. It appeals to trollers, spammers, and people who want to give you viruses. It doesn't appeal to good, honest, happy communities. Now, I'm almost certain that if there is a Google staff member sitting here watching this video after the last 17 or so minutes, they're probably thinking, well, what would you do? I would not have put Google Plus there in the first place if I was told what it would enable people to do. I know that I just spent a couple of minutes ranting about our freedom of choice and just our overall freedom, but sometimes you have to restrict some of that freedom. And I don't mean restricting like forcing us to do things. No. I mean putting limitations. Google's old comment system provided just the right amount of limitations. Comments were upvoted based on how many thumbs up they got, not how many responses they got. I don't know a single person that preferred the Google Plus comment system over the YouTube one. I don't know a single solitary person who says, yeah, this Google Plus comment system, it's so much better than that old YouTube system. Everyone I've talked to hates the comment system, or hates a major aspect of the comment system. This shows that you don't care about us. You don't care about the people that make your income. That's not the way to go. Because we're the ones that give you that income. We can very easily take it away by simply moving to another video hosting site. Just remember Google. Just remember Google. YouTube is not the only video hosting site on the internet. It's just the biggest. There are plenty of other sites that are around that are growing in popularity. You know, your rivals. You have rivals. You do know that, right? What you're doing is you're helping your rivals. You're making them seem more appealing. And I'm almost certain within the next 5 to 6 years, a contender to YouTube will appear.